It's what they should teach everyone in school but don't about personal finance with an action plan for success. 123 Financial Success, the step-by-step guide to gaining control of your finances. Brian J. Belcastro. A simple step-by-step guide to creating your own personal consolidated financial statement. Many people work so many hours a week, often at a job they don't enjoy, but because their spending is not in line with their income, they're actually falling further and further behind financially, even though their effort is major. If this sounds like you, rest assured, with 123 Financial Success, you will organize your financial information in a way that will provide valuable insight as to where your efforts are taking you. It will provide you with valuable data that will allow you to forecast and make important changes that will improve your financial future. Gain control of your personal finances with this easy-to-understand, step-by-step guide. Author's message. If I told you to go to the gym 5 days a week and spend hours doing a very difficult workout, and after 1 full year you'd have little or nothing to show for your effort, would you be excited to get started, or would you tell me to get lost? It's a similar situation for so many people who do not properly understand the inner workings of their own financial affairs, and although they are diligently going to work daily, they are making little, if any, financial progress. Understanding the details of your financial situation will increase your ability to plan for and forecast your success, eliminating the risk that you're simply spinning your wheels or actually even getting further away from your financial security and the lifestyle you desire. Brian J. Belcastro, The Money Coach, LLC. 123 Financial Success, copyright 2017, 2019 by Brian J. Belcastro. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced or transmitted in any form or by any means without written permission from the author. The path to success. Where am I now? What are my tools? Where do I want to go? Start making improvements. Achieve my goal. Tip number 1. Stock up on non-perishables that you regularly use when they are on sale. Keep an inventory. It might seem odd buying 5 boxes instead of 1, but if it's going to keep and the amount saved is substantial, it's money in your pocket in the long run. Forward. After working with people on their finances and investments for over 20 years, I've concluded that 2 key foundational building blocks of healthy financial management are lacking for most: a clear idea of their cash flow and what their current net worth is. Ongoing, accurate knowledge and historical knowledge of these 2 concepts will give you the insight and power to make important financial decisions, allowing you an improved opportunity for success with your ever-changing resources. It'll also show you where you started in your journey along the way. If this sounds completely unfamiliar to you, don't worry. My years of trial and error have helped me develop a tool that I believe is revolutionary to one's personal finances. This step-by-step guide will aid you in constructing it for yourself, your very own consolidated financial statement. It will organize your data, income, expenses, assets, and debt into a concise, customized worksheet that will literally summarize your financial picture on a page. It creates a view of where your income is going and if and how much wealth you are accumulating currently. This data is organized in a way that lets you cut the fat from your spending and fine-tune your cash flow budget. Your net worth will be calculated as you follow the instructions, arranging your assets and debt. Knowing precisely what's going on with your finances is key. Once you know, you can take incremental steps to improving your situation. Constantly improving and making sound financial decisions with your consolidated financial statement will aid in your financial efficiency. It's a sound platform that continually gives me peace of mind as I make my important financial decisions. Having this ongoing personalized worksheet is the key. Let's get started. The only way to eventually accomplish something is to start it, so start right now. Gather together all of your financial information, all statements and online printouts with pertinent information, pay stubs, bank and credit statements, loan info, 401k, retirement and brokerage account info, insurances, etc. We are about to begin compiling your data. I will be walking you through the process step by step. If you don't have a defined filing system and are having some trouble locating everything you need, don't worry. Gather what you can and get started. I recommend saving each account statement, not a fan of paperless statements, in a separate file or binder tab with the most recent on top. The oldest will be on the bottom and all will be in date order. Keep your files in a defined, easily accessible workspace because these are what provide you your valuable data. These files can be purged into an annual tax file once a year as taxes are done, which will help you conserve space in your office or business area. If you can't find all of your data now, don't worry. Over time with diligence, these numbers will become more accurate, thus more valuable to you. We just need a starting point to jump off from. Next, we will begin recording your information and compiling it into a usable form. Please continue to Step 1. Step 1. Income. Notes. In this step, we'll be calculating and recording all of your income as a monthly figure for future use. Directions. Record your sources of income. Calculate the net monthly figure for each, the amount you actually receive. This amount will be after all taxes and withholdings and is available for you to use for your expenses. If you get paid the same amount every 2 weeks, multiply the amount by 26 pay periods in 1 year. This will be your annual amount. Then divide by 12 months in 1 year to get your average monthly figure. If paid an amount every 3 months, divide it by 3 to get the monthly amount. Example. My salary, $1,000 every 2 weeks. $1,000 times 26 divided by 12 equals $2,167 monthly. Example. Stock dividend, $300 every 3 months. $300 divided by 3 equals $100 monthly. Other examples, salary, pension, Social Security, interest, savings, bonds, and CDs, dividends, disability, annuity income, ongoing gifts, etc. Continue to Step 2. Tip number 2. Use a programmable thermostat and don't be afraid to put on a sweater instead of running the heater if you're looking to save money. In warm weather, ceiling fans are much cheaper than running the AC. Step 2. Expenses. Notes. In this step, we will be recording all of your expenses as a monthly figure for future use. Dig deep here. We want good, complete information. Directions. Record your expenses. Figure out the average monthly figure for each if they are paid at a different interval, such as every 2 months or even once or twice per year. By doing this, we will be able to compare it against your income in the next step. An expense every 2 months would be divided by 2 for the monthly amount. An annual expense would be divided by 12, etc. Once you have the monthly figure, the annual is 12 times that amount. Examples. Mortgage, monthly, $1,000. City garbage, $60 every 2 months. 60 divided by 2, $30 a month. Property tax, $600 2 times per year. 600 times 2 divided by 12, $100 a month. Note. Miscellaneous is an allowance for those expenses that seem to occur every month, but you never know when or where, such as flat tire repair, friend's wedding with gift, dryer repair, etc. It's those expenses you know will find a way to show up, but they weren't invited. If you're not sure, start with 5 to 10% of your income and begin tracking. Update the figure once you have a better number. It'll change over time with your lifestyle. Examples: rent or mortgage, car payments, insurance, student loans, utilities, food and groceries, entertainment, memberships, gifts, etc. Continue to step 3. Tip number 3. Shop and bundle your insurances for savings. Shop your insurances regularly to make sure you still have the best rate. Talk to your agent about ways to save on your coverage and question any increases that come along. Your agent can often lessen an automatic annual increase with a few tweaks here and there on your coverage. If your insurance costs keep creeping higher, don't be afraid to take your business elsewhere. Sometimes the best way to get the best deal is by switching carriers from time to time. Step 3. Cash flow. Notes. In this step, we will calculate your cash flow. If captured accurately, it is reflecting your current budget. In time, you will have all the info needed to fine-tune your budget, making your finances more efficient with less waste. This will allow you to achieve your goals sooner. Directions. Record your monthly total income figure that we calculated on page 15 and your monthly total expenses from page 19. By subtracting the expenses from your income, you will have calculated your monthly cash flow. Multiply each of these figures by 12 for your annual amount and then record it on the worksheet. Your cash flow can be a positive or negative number. If it's negative, it means that your expenses are currently depleting your cash faster than you are making it. Don't be discouraged if this is the case at this point. You are now taking the proper steps that will allow you to make informed improvements. If your cash flow is positive, then you've already been living below your means, which is a great starting point. This process may uncover expenses you have been incurring that you may not even have been aware of. So really dig into your statements to get a true account of what is really going on. We're simply gathering your data at this point. The analysis and recommendations will come later. Congratulations! You now know your cash flow. This is a valuable piece of data for us to use later. Please continue to step 4. Tip 4. Renter's insurance is too cheap to pass on. Renter's insurance is very affordable. Don't take the risk. Ask your insurance agent. Tip number 5. Adequate life insurance protects those we love. Buy 30-year term life insurance when you're young and healthy. Health issues can arise and close this window of opportunity all too quickly. Remember to buy enough. The right amount 10 years from now may be much more than you expect today. Think it through. Step 4. Assets. Notes. In this step, we will be recording all of your assets or items of value. Directions. Record all of your assets or your items of value such as cash and coin, bank, brokerage and retirement accounts, vehicles, homes and property, jewelry, or goods with a value that could be converted to cash. Give these items a fair value when not certain. Inflating an asset value unrealistically is counterproductive to a sound financial plan. In the case of real estate or vehicles and boats, etc., assets that have a loan against them, follow the example to get the net value to list for this worksheet. Example. Home. 30-year fixed at 4%, purchased in 2010 for $100,000. Current value, $120,000. Owe $85,000. The net value would be $35,000. A car. 6-year fixed loan at 5%. 2013 vehicle. Purchase price $12,000. Current value $10,000. Currently owe $2,500. The net value would be $7,500. Other examples: bank accounts, real estate, autos, RVs, cash and coin, retirement accounts, 401k, IRA, Roth, etc. Brokerage accounts, bonds, precious metals, jewelry and watches, collectibles, etc. Continue to step 5. Tip number 6. Have a defined bill paying system. Never having a late payment is key to an optimal credit score. When I get my mail, I immediately sort and then open it. I use a letter opener for a clean cut on the envelope. I usually staple any consecutive pages inside together to keep them in order. I immediately make a note in the upper right corner of the envelope it came in with the amount due and the due date below it, adding pertinent notes or info of tasks that may be associated with the bill also. Then place the bill back in the envelope. Next, I place it in my current bills to pay stack, which is organized in order of date due, with the bill due the soonest on top. I keep this stack in a defined and secure place within view from my business desk where I pay the bills. I can glance at the top of the stack to see when the next bill is due and decide when to pay it, making sure to leave plenty of time for processing, etc. At any time, I can flip through the stack and quickly see what funds will be required and at what dates. This gives me an idea of my immediate and future cash requirements, aiding in planning and management. It's simple, not time-consuming, and doesn't require any data entry. A very simple, efficient, and effective method. Step 5. Debt. Notes. In this step, we will record all of your debt or money that you owe. Remember not to include the debt from the items in the last step where you calculated a net value, such as a house or vehicle with a loan. This would duplicate the debt amount and would make our net worth calculation in step 6 inaccurate. Directions. Record all of your debts or everything that you owe, such as credit cards, student and other loans, etc. Remember not to include any mortgage debt or debt already factored in on the previous asset section. Doing so would duplicate the figures and make the net worth calculation in the next step inaccurate. Example: bank number 1 credit card, owe $1,000 with a credit line of $5,000. Example number 2, student loan fixed at 3.5%, owe $5,000. Other examples: credit cards, student loans, loans, unsecured, installment, cell phone, medical and dental, jewelry, etc., business loans. Continue to step 6. Tip number 7. Be cautious if approached with the following: annuities, reverse mortgages, promises of large returns. Trouble can often follow. Step 6. Net worth. Notes. In this step, we'll be calculating your net worth. This is the net value of every asset you currently own if you were to sell everything at its current value and then pay off all of your debt with the proceeds. It is essentially your scorecard of the wealth you've been able to accumulate to date, or if a negative figure, the debt you have amassed. Directions. Record your total assets figure that we calculated on page 27. Also, record your total debt figure that we calculated on page 31. By subtracting your debt total from your asset total, you will have calculated your net worth. This number can be a positive or negative number. If it's negative, it means that your assets are currently less than the amount of money that you owe. Don't be discouraged if this is the case at this point. You are now taking the proper steps that will allow you to make informed improvements and have a better understanding of what is healthy or what requires attention and change. If your net worth is positive, then you've accumulated assets at a higher rate than any debt used to acquire them, which is a great starting point. Remember, we're simply gathering your data at this point, and it's common to uncover new pieces of data that need to be added to your model to make it as accurate as possible. The better your data, the better any analysis and recommendations will be later and ongoing. Net worth calculation, asset value from page 27, subtracted from debt value, page 31, equals your net worth. Congratulations, you've calculated your net worth. This is a valuable piece of data for you to use later. This combined with your cash flow are the core components to properly evaluating and improving your financial situation. Please continue to step 7 to begin refining your data into the powerful decision-making tool it is about to become, your very own consolidated financial statement. Tip number 8. Ask yourself, do I really need blank? If the answer is no, not buying it is a 100% cost savings. You don't find a discount better than that. Step 7. Your consolidated financial statement. Notes. In this step, you will create your own consolidated financial statement. Please go to the Money Coach LLC website and request or download your own blank worksheet. www.themoneycoachllc.com. This step will walk you through adding and properly organizing the data you've just collected to your consolidated financial statement. Once this is done, we will begin analyzing your data and recommending improvements. If you're struggling with this step, contact us for assistance. It may take you some time to initially get your data properly organized. As you're spending time doing this, you're becoming more familiar with your information, which is the key for making informed decisions. You will see that certain cells in the worksheet allow you to customize the description of your entry, and other cells will automatically calculate and post your data to other areas in the worksheet. Once you become familiar with your consolidated financial statement, ongoing use is a snap. Please continue to our website for tips and guidance on mastering your consolidated financial statement. www.themoneycoachllc.com. Thank you and good luck. Your financial success is awaiting you.